Hey guys, just checking in with you guys again today. School went really well today. I just let the kids, they didn't go to bed early on time, like at their normal time last night. I just let them go to bed whenever we went to bed, which was like 10:30, almost 11, I think it was. And then I just let them like wake up whenever, I didn't get them up. Um, let them watch some cartoons for a little bit, made them breakfast. Um, Sorry, my dog's in a mood right now. She's growling at the neighbor because he's outside and he's raking his leaves, but whatever. So I just let them just kind of like ease into the day. Um, I had my oldest sign in and first, and then the other one, he had woke up later. So I just let him start doing his work after he had his breakfast and woke up a little bit. So the kids are outside playing on the trampoline. So they actually, they got all their stuff done, and Aiden had a video chat with his teacher, which was great. He was on there with his class for like at least an hour. It was only supposed to be for like half an hour, but he ended up being on there for an hour. So that was that. School, they did all their work. They got it all done. They did what they needed to do, and it moved a lot more smoothly today. I think because now that I live in Illinois, so we're like on stay-at-home order until April 30th. The teachers have now assigned like a whole calendar for the whole month of April, which is great because it actually makes it a lot easier for us to, as parents, I'm saying, for us to figure out what they have to do each and every day. It's a little mapped out. So assignments are being given, and due dates are given. They're actually showing them like specific work that they should be working on as far as like math or like social studies or even science, stuff like that. Some of the things they do on the computer, and then other things they have to actually print out and write it out, which is fine. So they just say like date it, make sure they put their name on it, and make sure they put like whatever the assignment is on there. So that way, I guess they haven't said like when we would be turning it in, but whenever that day comes, everything will be laid out and everything will be organized as to how everything is labeled. So we're just holding on to everything. I actually made binders. My one son has his own binder. He had a take-home binder, but I made both of them binders. This is just for me to keep everything in one spot, to have it a little more organized. So Aiden, I actually put on the front of it a whole checklist of things for him to do throughout the day. So he's always like, oh, I'm all done. And I'm like, well, did you do this, and this? So now I don't have to do that. Now it's all on here. So I told him, I said, when you think you're done, look at your checklist and see, did I do this? Did I do that? And it has questions on here. So he's actually asking himself, did I do whatever? And then I have the same thing for Adrian. Adrian is a little shorter because he doesn't have as much stuff as Aiden does. So, and then all their work is in here. There's like multiple folders in here for each thing. Some is for writing because they have to have like a journal entry every day, which I think is great because it just kind of makes them like reflect on what they're doing every day. Like since today's Monday, they had to do a journal entry for what they did over the weekend. So that was good. And we actually talked about like what we did. We didn't really do much, but what they ultimately came up to talking about and writing about, it was a lot of stuff. You think about, if you really think about all the stuff that you did over 2 days, it's a lot. And especially like if we're doing all like these little things. These little things are actually meaning a lot to them. And I'm all for that. So, um, that's just kind of where we're at right now for school. I did start, oh, I wanted to tell you about Walmart. So I ordered my groceries and I got them on Saturday. They were supposed to be ordered between 4 and 5. They were. It was a little after 4, but it was like 3 o'clock and I got a email from them saying that 2 of my items were not available. And the 2 items were eggs and butter, which is fine, whatever. But everything else was, so that was great. So the guy came on time and he dropped everything off. I gave him a $10 tip because I had a shit ton of stuff and it worked out good. So I was happy that, I got all my groceries and the kids were here and I was able to do it. And I had everything on the floor, like spread it out. And then I had to clean. I had to clean everything, rinse off everything, wipe everything down, organize everything, and then I ended up cleaning out my fridge. So that was a job. That was a job to get all that stuff done. But I got it done, and now the fridge is clean, and I got all my groceries. So today I'm making a list of a couple things, of things I don't necessarily need like ASAP, but I think within the next week I will need. So, and that's like shampoo, conditioner, body wash, contact solution, toiletry stuff. So I'm gonna figure out if I'm gonna order through Walmart or if I'm just gonna order from Amazon. I'm not really sure yet what I wanna do there. And then I just realized Easter is this coming Sunday. So I could have the stuff delivered, or I can go to Walgreens and get it all. I haven't decided yet what I'm gonna do. Good thing is I don't have to get like baskets or anything because I have baskets left over from prior years, so I have all that downstairs, I believe. I don't know, I might have to check on that. But yeah, I have to do that. Also this week I'm supposed to be getting my meat order. Me and my mom went half on an order through Omaha Steaks. So yeah, I'm excited to see how much stuff we're gonna get with that, and I'm splitting it with my mom. So that's that. Oh, so since today's Monday, I got up, I checked my email, and I got an email from my student loans, and there was a thing on there, and it said that because of the CARES Act, I guess that's something that Trump had put through recently, I guess because for this federal student loans, that they're automatically putting everyone's loans on forbearance, starting March 13th through, I believe it said September 30th. So when I checked my loans this morning, I have 8 different loans, but they're all combined under one, through one website. So I'll pay like the amount for that month, which is usually like $422. That's what I pay a month for my student loans. And then when I looked at it, it said $197. So I'm like, why is it like that? So then I looked on the detail. So what they did was, out of my 8 loans, 6 of them, they took the percentage rate and dropped it down to 0, and they're saying no payment for those until September 30th. And then the other 2, I still have to pay on, but they actually lowered my payment, and my rate is still the same at 6.8. So when I read the email again, it said on there that the reason the wait, let me start over. So when I read it again, it said that it only applies to a certain type of loan through the federal government, and I don't know if there's like a cap as far as how much, because all my loans were like through the same place. So I don't know if there was like a cap as far as how much they can do a forbearance on. I don't know. So forbearance is basically placing your payments on hold for a certain amount of time, but you still have interest that goes attaches to the loan. Okay, so you're still gonna get accrued interest on your loan. But with this, it's not, because they took away the interest. It's a 0%, and you don't have to pay until September, which is great. But it did say you can make a payment if you want to. That you just have to like go in manually and do it to pick which loan you want to pay on or whatever, and the money would go straight to the principal, obviously, because there's no rate on there for interest. So I thought that was a really good idea. I was kind of stressing about it because I was like, wow, I still got to pay this $422 a month. And, I was like figuring out my finances, and I'm like, I got a good maybe 3 months, 4 months where I'm good. But past 4 months, it's tight. It's going to be tight for me. Not my husband. He's on a different plan. He's got loans. His loans aren't as high as mine. And he's still working. So that's another thing. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do about my job. It's a sensitive subject for me. It really is, because being a CNA for so long and really putting my whole being into that job for so long. And not only that, this last place that I've worked at for the past 5 years, it's had its ups and downs, let me tell you. But at the same time, everyone that I work with are amazing. Like, I love my coworkers. We text each other pretty much every day. We have our own group chat, which is great. This past year, I feel like we've grown a lot closer. I feel like, we've had different outings and stuff, and, went out and hung out, and I've gotten drunk, let me tell you. But it's just been really good. And it's like my other family, and I look forward to seeing them, spending time with them, and working with them. I really do. The problem is the job itself. My job is very stressful, and it's very physically tiring. But at the same time, I feel as if though it's very rewarding. I also feel like I would love to do something to where I can be home more with my kids. I can be more available for them and for my husband, because when I work at my job, like, I'm tired. Like, anything in healthcare, it's very tiring. It's a very tiring job. And I feel like when I'm done working, like, even if it's just an 8-hour shift, sometimes I've worked 12 hours, sometimes I've worked 16 hours in one day. And when I come home, all I want to do is just take my clothes off, take a shower, and go to bed. Like, that's all I want to do. And then the next day, my body is so wore out. My mind is so wore out. And I feel like it's making my overall being around my family just not to be very enjoyable. And I have to say, these past couple weeks that I've been home, I feel as if I've been emotionally ready for my family. So, because of that, I feel like right now, especially with my kids being home from school and everything has to be done at home. And not only that, like with my nursing facility, like we haven't had any COVID patients yet, but I know it's coming. I know it's coming for sure. And well, it's gonna be coming soon. I know it is. So that worries me. My youngest one has asthma. He has a history of seizures. She's on daily seizure medication. My other son, he's had issues, respiratory issues when he was a little guy. I mean, they're kids. They're 8 and 10. So I just don't want to be bringing that stuff home. You know, I really don't. So for the time being, plus my mom, she, doesn't want to watch the kids right now because of all this. And I don't blame her. I mean, my mom's going to be 70 years old in June. So she shouldn't have to watch the kids, especially right now with all this going on. So, so that's just my take on it. I'm just going to take it day by day. I really can't say what I'm going to do about my job. But I do know, as far as my finances are pretty good right now. So, and I think that's because me and my husband's worked so hard this past year on, putting savings away and making sure that we pay down our debt and all of that. And I feel like everything kind of happens in a certain order for a certain reason. And I feel like it was such a good thing that we did that, because if we hadn't did that, we would have been in like some really, really bad shape right about now. So yeah, that's kind of how my take on it. And plus my kids are like, they have really, really high highs and really low lows. There's no in between. And it's stressful. It's very stressful. But to take into their feelings into consideration into this whole mess, like they can't see their friends, they can't go anywhere. I mean, that would be like heartbreaking to me if I was a kid, and that happened to me. Because when I was growing up, we didn't have that kind of stuff. I don't know. So it's a real crazy time right now, and I'm just hoping that everything clears up soon. And the teachers have been really, really good, communicating, sending out emails, responding when you have like a question about something or you don't understand how to do something or whatever. With the scheduling and all of that, they're really making it a lot easier now. Like the schedules are only like Monday through Thursday, and then I think Friday they're just gonna have like a whatever day. I don't know. They haven't really said yet, so I'm still just kind of waiting on that. But they did map out the whole month of April, and that's amazing. Will they have to do it for May? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. So we'll see what happens. So I just want to check in with you guys, let you guys know what's up and what's going on. Leave me in the comments below what you guys are doing for Easter. Have you thought of any creative ideas for Easter for your kids or for your family? Easter isn't that coming up, but do you even celebrate Easter? And Oh, and I totally recommend for anyone to use the Walmart grocery delivery service. It's amazing. I don't know if they go through Instacart or if they have their own people. I don't know. But the guy was good. I gave him a $10 tip. It's good. You guys have a great day.